Hey folks, Matthew Weiss here. Welcome to Nobody Likes a Moderate, the show which is not a show where I ramble on about my opinions, which often involve politics, always involve politics, and hopefully I don't alienate any of my client base or any of my friends or anyone else. Anyway, here we go. We're going to talk about gay marriage because that's not divisive at all. So, the question is, should gay marriage be federally protected and honored? So, if you are coming from the conservative base, your view on this would be that there is nothing expressly in the Constitution that outlines anything at all about marriage, and therefore it falls under the jurisdiction of the 14th Amendment, which says that if it's not in the federal Constitution, it falls squarely to the rights of the states independently. That's a fair thing to say. I would argue that we have to look at marriage, at least look at it on a federal level first, because if marriage, as recognized by the government, grants certain rights. Those things can be tax incentives. Those things can be spousal rights, like the decision-making process if someone's to undergo a risky surgery or something like that. There are legal ramifications. And so if you have a marriage in Pennsylvania and you get into an accident in California and your spousal rights don't apply, suddenly we have a conflict between the states that could otherwise never happen if it was simply federally mandated and protected. So just looking at it as a state's issue is a little bit short-sighted, I think, in general. But the other side of this, and the more important one, is that it is touched on in the Constitution, in the Bill of Rights, just not in the most direct way. And if you watch the gun control video, I said that ultimately the Supreme Court decided the Second Amendment does defend the right to buy a gun and own a gun because of the natural right where it says everyone has the right to life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and that the right to life doesn't really mean too much if you don't have the right to defend your life. And I would agree with that. That said, you can't just have it when you want it and not have it when you don't. The pursuit of happiness. If marrying the person you love doesn't fall perfectly squarely under the exact meaning of the pursuit of happiness, then that phrase is absolutely meaningless. It's really important that these things mean something. Otherwise, it's just vapid language. And that's not what it is. As long as two people are consenting and of legal age, there is no reason why they shouldn't be allowed to love each other and marry each other, and it is not the government's right to say no to that. It is the government's mandate to federally protect it. I don't care if you are an 18-year-old transgendered paraplegic marrying an 85-year-old Catholic nun. As long as you two are happy, it is not the government's place to say no to that. So yes, I believe that gay marriage should be federally protected, and I believe that it is also outlined in the Bill of Rights because it falls squarely under the pursuit of happiness. Till next time.